Hey,
Hey.
so I think I'm gonna give you the role of host. Okay, so
But I thought our whole system was you do the majority of the talking and you start us off and you do the majority of the work.
oh yeah, that is right.
But I'll take it.
No, you suck.
Here, I'll start us off. Hey, welcome to the My Friend Tim podcast. Featuring Tim.
Wow, you're so egocentric.
I
You're
don't know,
gonna say you're first?
I was getting to you and Kody.
Oh, and Kody, you're gonna put me last. Whenever I start the podcast, I put you first, Tim. I'm like, I'm here with Tim, and then I'm Kody. That's how I always start the podcast. What's up with
I'm just keeping your flow going.
flow going?
Yeah,
You're gonna say your name first? I think it's courtesy to say my name first when you're introducing the podcast, Tim.
well, I just figured you always say my name first, so
Hey, welcome to the My Friend Tim podcast. I'm Kody, and this is the My Friend Tim podcast with myself, and then I don't know who this guy is. He's weird. He's just here. His name's I don't even know his name. He doesn't even need an intro.
So you're gonna take the high.
How do you like that? How do you like that?
You're just gonna take the high ground and then essentially just flip it on me.
Yeah. Okay. So let's get started. How about we get started? I'm not ready for this week.
A little bit of a nervous start there.
I'm not nervous. I'm just stuttering. Okay. So you shit. You have anything to get started, Tim?
Oh, I have a bit of a story to tell for the sake of quality, because we know that you don't have any stories.
I have a story. So I was on a
dumb story. Let's hear mine. So, where do I start here? So I got like a text message verifying a Craigslist code. You know, I don't think anything of it. I just assumed that maybe I forgot that I made a Craigslist account the night before or something. Who knows?
Created an account for Craigslist? Did you make an account for Craigslist?
No, that was the weird part. I assumed I hadn't.
So you never... If you never made an account for Craigslist, why do you assume you had one?
Well, I thought maybe that I just had, maybe in my dream, just sleepwalk, got up and just made an account for Craigslist.
Are you stupid?
Sold a couple of items. I'm an avid sleepwalker. Last time I woke up and I made an Amazon account and I sold a couple of things. So
that's true. What?
No, it's not true.
So nothing made sense for you to have an Craigslist code in your thing.
My inbox. No, it didn't.
Did you ever question it?
I brushed it off.
You brushed it off. You know, there could be hackers trying to get into your phone.
Well, essentially, yeah, but I mean, deal with that later.
Okay, keep going.
So, and then I get a single message, like maybe an hour or two later, asking if I had a colt. I didn't know what a colt was, so I looked it up. Apparently, it's like a horse, a baby horse, maybe.
No, when you say it like colt, it's colt. But when you say it like cult, I think people might think you're talking about like a cult,
I'm running
like a religious group.
No, I'm not running any cults either. Just
listeners, he's talking about a cult, like a baby horse.
Yeah,
COLT.
Like the My Friend Tim cult. Not like that. Like the one.
Yeah, not like that. Where we have like super cool fans who would die for us and to sacrifice their kids.
Who will send us money as well.
Yeah, kill their babies.
And send us money. That's part of the cult.
And send us the baby's livers
and money. But I mean, if you really
and
want,
their feet.
and money. But so anyway, Mister Baby Livers, right?
Okay, keep
I
going.
get this message, and I'm confused. So I ask my son what they're referring to, and it's an ad on Craigslist, advertising a free horse, baby horse, and like the
Wait,
premise.
there was one person who sent you this
Well, it
first?
started off as one person.
Okay.
Started off a bit slow, and then so I looked at the ad, and it was advertising a story of a baby colt that wandered on someone's property, and now they're just trying to find a loving home to me, or for not for me, for the colt. Now I'm getting to your stuttering. So this, I brushed it off. Maybe they just put in the wrong digit or something. But then I started getting more and more messages, and apparently not just this ad was put out, but a second ad advertising a handful of free baby chickens. So I'm getting text messages and calls and voicemails about that as well.
I hatched too many chickens, right?
Yeah. And the way the advertisement was worded was like, we're looking for a nice home for this, or we're looking for a home that could suit it. So people were like pitching their life story. Like, oh, me and my daughter have been looking for a horse for years. We have 40 acres and we could take good. I don't know what to tell these people. It's
Do you have any like specific funny stories you can pull up and read?
let me check.
Okay. So basically, here, I'll summarize it so far. Tim, he didn't know what was going on when he got a Craigslist code, and he brushed it off like a dumb, ignorant idiot. And then he got another guy asking for a Craigslist horse, and then he brushed it off like an idiot, ignorant. And then finally, when the point he reached the peak of ignorance, and then he finally had to check it out. And he found out that someone's pranking him, basically. And it's like the funniest prank because they put his number on this Craigslist ad, and people want this horse and chicken because they find it sentimental. And they want to save this horse. So, Tim, you got it ready yet?
I'm not seeing anything specifically funny. It's mostly just, do you have the horse? Can I have the horse?
I thought you said people were telling their stories.
Yeah, a couple people. There's like 70 messages. I'm looking through them.
Can you think of any, like, specifics?
Well, there was like one where it's like, oh, me and my little girl have been hoping for a horse for years, and we saw your ad, and we were just really grabs at the heartstrings. I don't know what to tell them.
And then,
I don't have
and
a
then
horse.
you have to break their heart, to break them.
Break it that I was a joke or something.
You're the asshole. I'm the asshole.
At this point, I'm just gonna buy a horse just to give to some of these poor people.
You get an ad that says, "Please, I need a horse. I need a horse because my daughter's horse died 3 years ago, and she's always been wanting a horse, but I'm too poor. I haven't gotten a job. My job isn't paying much, and I can't afford a horse right now. And my daughter really wants a horse for Christmas, and then it would be awesome if you gave me the horse." And then you say, "Sorry, man, I don't have the horse."
I'm just imagining a little kid in a wheelchair, and their mom, the dad comes home. He's like, "Oh, I saw that on Craigslist."
He's like, I could get you a free horse.
He's like, "Papa, that would complete me a single tear."
I can finally have a friend. Everyone makes fun of me for being in a wheelchair.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was gonna say, if you're in a wheelchair, could you ride a horse?
Yeah, I think so.
I think you maybe strap yourself so you don't just flop off, because
if you're in a wheelchair, you still have legs, right?
Yeah, but they don't. You can't like like if you're riding a horse, your legs are holding yourself up, otherwise you just fall off. So he can't, he wouldn't be able to like
Well,
squeeze.
I guess you could just strap yourself down then. Pretty sure they have handicap stuff for horses. They have handicap stuff for everything. Probably thought of everything.
Yeah, I assume so.
Are any people trying to get the chickens?
Yeah, most of them are going for the horses, but there's a couple with the chickens. And I know this isn't like at first I thought that maybe like they put the wrong like maybe they had a similar phone number to me and they just put a couple of wrong digits. But then I looked, there's two, not just one, but two ads with my name, my number, with my name on it. So this is obviously someone pulling a joke. But I'm not liking it.
And you haven't found the culprit, is that right?
No, but I'm looking. When I find them, I'm gonna gut them.
Are you still getting them? Like, you've gotten like so many so far. How many people like still want a free chicken?
The ad's been out for only a couple of days, and nobody's took it down or changed the status. So I'm still getting calls.
Do you even contact support yet?
No, I pushed that off too.
Gosh.
Honestly, it's kind of entertaining having these come in. Or every half an hour, a phone call or two. I'm starting to think that there might be someone close to me who put up the ad.
Well, of course. They know your name, right? They know your number.
Sorry. Someone I may have run a podcast with. Yeah, I don't know. I don't run a whole lot of podcasts with a whole lot of people, so
I don't know anyone that you run a podcast either with, you know. I don't know, man.
Dude, it's funny how that works. How good friends can betray you. You ever heard of that concept?
Well, I think they know your name, right? And they know your number. So it has to be someone in your contacts list, right?
Yeah, I could narrow it down to there.
Or it also could be someone in your contacts list gives a number. Someone in your contacts list gives a number to like someone else, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know who this ring of people wanting to screw me over with 200 missed calls about horses are, but could be.
Have you pulled one up yet, Tim?
Honestly, Kody, there's too many.
Too many.
I'm still looking.
Okay. Well, I have a short story too.
Let's hear it. Top my story.
So, I was on a bike ride, right?
Mm-hmm.
Downtown. And then there was this. I decided to meet up with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, so I'm on the trail. I call you to find out where you are. I'm not on the trail. I'm on the side of the road, the bike lane. So I call you to find out where you are, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you answer me. You're like, "Hey, I'm coming," and you're like just out of breath, I guess, because your little weak legs can't bike.
So, I mean, I don't think that's
so I keep biking, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me I'm close. You tell me you're close or whatever. You tell me like you're close to where we're gonna meet up. So then I keep biking and I see this guy who's like really weird looking, right?
Mm-hmm.
He has like bags under his eyes. He's like a drug dealer or something. It could be like that. He has a shirt with a stain on it. It's weird. Like it's like an old looking shirt. He has a stain on it. He has like brown stuff on his pants. And then so I keep going. Dude. I keep biking, right? I don't care. Did you find safety?
Oh, you went past this guy?
Yeah, I went past him.
I'm afraid you didn't like knife. Did he knife you or something? What is this guy? Sounds freaking crazy.
And no, the thing is, I'd look back and he's on a bike too, and then he starts following me. And then I'm while I'm sitting on the phone with Tim, I'm like, hey, there's a guy following me, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a weird looking guy following me, and then the guy behind me starts talking, and simultaneously, while the Tim phone talking, Tim on the phone is talking, and then I look back, and I look at the phone, I look back, it's Tim following me. The weird guy, shirt stained, pants stained, brown shit stained, is Tim following me.
Shit's it could have been chocolate or dirt or something. Dude, oddly specific story, but I'll take it.
It's the suspense. It's funny. Okay. I think we'll throw it to a ad read break. Shit break. I don't know. So we'll take a break here, right, Tim? Because you need to shit.
That.
You have like super weak bowel like control. So you have to shit every 3 minutes.
It's every at least 3 minutes. It's
yeah, that's why you have like a ton of poop stains on your shirt and
I
pants.
I wouldn't.
And then your mom would she would always have to clean it. She would always have to wash, and she would always cry whenever she would always cry because you're shitting everywhere, and she has to clean all day, all night.
I mean,
I
can't confirm nor deny that.
Sad story, depressing. How your mom has to clean up your shit. So if we learned one thing from this Craigslist story, is that Tim is an ignorant idiot, and he likes to shit all over the place.
Is that really the takeaway? I mean, come on, dog.
Yeah, that's the moral of the story. We learned a lot. I am sorry for interrupting the podcast. I know it's pretty entertaining, but I have a quick word from our sponsor, from Anchor. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. First of all, it's free, and everyone loves a free thing. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer, and you don't need that clunky hardware or, the expensive software. And Anchor will also help you distribute your podcast for you. And it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. And Anchor will help you bring your podcast to those platforms, which is awesome. And then you can actually make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. That means if from the first viewer of the podcast, from the first listener, you can start making money right away. You don't need like a minimum, like 10 people to listen before you make a cent. You get it. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Once again, download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Thank you, Anchor, for sponsoring the podcast. Welcome back.
Thank God.
Okay. Thank God. What if the listeners aren't religious, Tim? You're very ignorant, and you're I don't know what the word is. You're keeping the podcast to a certain demographic.
Okay. Thank whoever your God, or don't thank anybody. Thank yourself.
Wow, you're saying that the listeners are egotistical, thanking themselves, huh?
I'm trying to actually catch a whole spectrum of types of people here.
Well, try again.
Okay. Thank yourself, your mother, your grandparents, any sort of God you worship, or any sort of religious being, or
what if they don't have family members?
Thank any sort of parental figure in your life, or
what if they're all alone, Tim?
Thank the universe.
Wow.
There we go.
That was perfect. There you
Got
go.
him. Got him all.
Thank the
Got 'em all.
universe. Thank the universe. Okay. I feel like we should put that on the shirt or something. Thank the universe. That'll be a good shirt.
All right.
Okay. Let's get into. You won't wear it?
No,
Wow, you're kind of being rude now.
I'm
You're
just
being
saying.
rude to me.
Thank
You're being
the
rude to me.
universe. It's a little. It's a little.
Oh, I
know.
bet you want something on the shirt. Thank God, or any religious figure, or any parents you have, or any one parental figure. That'll be
I'm just.
too long. That won't even fit on a shirt.
I'm just saying it's a little. It's a little cliche.
Okay. Now let's get into a question. I have questions here.
Oh, you have a question?
Yep.
Go for it.
Have you had any weird dreams that like stood out to you or anything?
So I've had a couple of like stress dreams, you know, where
What
like
does that mean? I don't even know what that is.
or like you're worried about something or like you're subconscious about something and then you dream
Oh, like
about it.
before you go to sleep?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
oh,
or maybe
I'm
there's
stressing
something
about
more.
this.
Like I'll be stressed about like like when I'm very
Like,
self-conscious in school.
like where you're
No,
shitting, and then you have like a
no,
shit stain, and then you
no.
dream about it, right?
That's not a fear that I have because it isn't really. It's nothing
Oh,
like
so
that's
you're
ever happened in
confident
my
about
life.
shitting everywhere. You don't even
No,
care.
that's no. I'm just saying it doesn't even like.
You don't
It
care
doesn't
where
even.
people think you poop.
It doesn't pertain to me because I've never had that sort of have to worry about anything like that because I'm potty trained.
Okay.
So
So, yeah, keep going.
anyways, I've had the cliche like being stuck in your underwear, like where like I'm going through the middle school line. No, okay. So like I'm like walking through the hallways in school, and everyone would be like snickering, or this is probably in like middle school, probably 6th grade.
I'm making fun of you.
I'm just walking through I'm walking through the 6th grade hallway, and then I look down, and I'm just like in my underwear. You know, the stuff you'd hear from like.
Oh yeah, I do have those dreams.
Yeah.
Do you like? I always have these dreams where like I'm in my underwear, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I always dream like I go to school without my underwear on, and then with my underwear on, and then I always forget my pants, right? I'm like, oh, do I have my pants on? Do I have my pants on? And then I go to school and I don't have my pants on. Never do. And sometimes it gets even worse because I won't have anything on. I will be like naked with just a shirt on. And that's even more embarrassing.
I know, and it's stressful. You don't even realize you're like. Have you ever lucid dreamed or like lucid dream is it?
Yeah.
Has that ever happened to you?
Ever had a wet dream?
No, that actually. I've actually never had that.
I've had a wet dream.
That's.
You ever think about girls?
So that's where I want a lucid dream. So you could just like make a girl appear or something. Like I've had dreams where like I'll like a girl will be like, "Yeah, I like you," and I'll be like, "Yeah," and it's like the perfect like utopia, like paradise of a world, and then I'll wake up and be like, "God," or like
you ever think,
or like you have a memory with the person, and you're like, "No, it's not real. I didn't actually do that. She didn't actually say that. She didn't say you liked. She didn't say you liked you, Tim. Sorry, Tim."
That's so sad, Tim.
In this theoretical situation, I'm thinking of
real life.
Moving on.
I actually have. Don't you like? Whenever you dream, right? I feel like whenever I dream, it starts with like some wacky stuff. Like I'm in a different world. There's like mushrooms everywhere, or like there's this one time I dreamed, and then I remember specifically there was a ton of naked girls, and then I had to pee for some reason. And there was a lake. There's a lake of candy, like chocolate, and then it was like brown. And then I never peed. That was like after I stopped peeing the bed, basically. Basically, never peed the bed anymore because.
So
I'm grown up. I'm a grown up kid, boy.
Sounds pretty specific, but so so did you have to pee in your dream and you wake up and you had to pee in real life? Was it one of those situations?
Well, sometimes I do have like dreams where I needed to pee when I was like little, like a little boy, and I just pee the bed basically.
Mm-hmm.
It's embarrassing. I think in my whole life I peed the bed like 4 times when I was a kid.
Yeah. I never actually went through that.
You never peed the bed?
As a baby, I was just crawling over to the toilet and just I kind of knew. It was just kind of this instinct. I don't even know where it came from.
Oh yeah,
Of
course.
Not many can relate, but.
So you were potty trained when you were born?
Yep.
Okay, that's very, very realistic and believable, Tim.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. So also, I'm gonna piggyback off of that, off of my last dream. So when you ever have dreams like that's random, right? It always gets to a part where I'm like at a cliff and then I fall, or in any instances that I fall and then I jolt. My body jolts. It's weird, and I wake up. I always wake up. Yeah, because I jolt.
I've heard of that.
It's
like you wake
so
up.
weird.
Like,
Yeah.
No, I don't scream, but it's a sudden situation. Yeah.
How about like that always happens to me like still recently. That's happened. Something else has happened is like when I'm like sleeping, right? And then I start to wake up, but then I can't wake up. Like I have my eyes closed. And then I'm trying to wake up. I'm trying like so hard to wake up, but I can't like move. And then I'm like telling myself, wake up, like get up. But I can't move at all. And then I'm like this fear settling in, and then I keep pushing, and then I finally wake up. Like super
what is that,
weird.
Sleep paralysis?
Yeah. But you know how like there's like sleep paralysis demons? I don't have those. Like I just struggle to wake up sometimes. Do you think that's like how I think it's like old people who die in their sleep, they have that thing and then but I like young people, since they have the strength to do it, they wake up. But like old people, when they like in that situation, they're like, wake up, and they're not strong enough, so they don't wake up. Do you ever think that? That's scary. That's a scary thought.
I personally am not gonna die, but to average people, that'd be
You're not gonna
scary.
die? Did you say that?
Well, yeah. I mean, come on. I've always been potty trained. I'm practically perfect in every way. Come on.
So you're never gonna die.
But I mean, yeah, that sounds pretty scary to someone like you.
Oh, okay. All right. So, you have a question?
Oh. Well, funny you ask. I have one right here. So,
wow, it's not scripted or anything.
So, do you ever have any moments, Kody, that just destroy your confidence, like a girl
says no to you?
I'm not trying to say anything specific to either of us. Could be either of us. I
mean. Okay. You just said either 2 ways. You said could be either of us, could be either of us. You said it twice, like in a second.
You get the idea.
You said it like both ways, dude.
You get the idea.
Let me think. Shatter my confidence, huh?
Dude,
embarrassing situations.
Basically. Yeah, or just like people just like people
Oh,
or like
I can't do this.
or like okay, I got one. Like probably around 7th grade, I'm talking to one of my friends. And he's like,
Okay.
"Oh, this girl, like this girl who was semi-attractive, but I had never even
Mm-hmm.
never even considered.
Semi-attractive.
She's pretty good. Okay, I'm not gonna name any names. But someone
Okay.
tells me, "Oh yeah, she's really into you. She wants to start. You should go and talk to her." And I'm like, "Really?" She's like, "Yeah." And then so I'm kind of like, for like a week, I'm working up the confidence just to go and talk to her. But I'm like, "Oh man." So I talked to the same guy, and he's like, I'm like, "So, do you hear anything else about that?" He's like, "Nah, I'm just messing with you." It's like,
Is this true?
yeah.
This happened to you.
Mm-hmm. How about you,
Mhm.
Kody?
So, hold on. So a guy tells you that someone really likes you or likes you like a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you go ask him if
Ask him
he,
again.
yeah,
Yeah.
you ask him again
After
if
I've
he
been
really
thinking
likes you.
after I've been thinking about it all week and just feeling like, the man. And he
Yeah,
just pulls the rug out from under me, all my hopes and dreams.
that's actually really funny. It's like a really funny
I don't think
joke.
it's No, I don't think it's actually very funny.
I think it's funny little prank to pull on someone. I mean,
I
it's
mean,
harmless, I guess.
no, I mean you could I mean that person could be like it could
If you go ask the girl, what if you actually ask the
dude,
girl and then
that's not harmless.
no,
That could
what if
like
you go ask the girl and then she actually says, "Yes, I do like you."
or on the
No,
opposite, it
you
could
could have
shatter
started What do you
or
mean?
he could go ask this person that is not very specific could go ask to the girl and the girl has no idea who he is or no interest in him and
Like,
then
ew, you
she
creep, and then slaps you.
no whoa and then this guy's confidence destroyed, so no, this is not a
Ew,
harmless
shit stain on your shirt.
dude. Listen,
Ew, like that.
if the guy did have a history of nausea of I can't even say the word, my goodness, pooping everywhere, then yes, she may say this in this situation, theoretical.
Okay. So you're saying specifically stories that break your confidence?
Yeah,
Not like embarrassing stories.
or embarrassing, yeah. Either or, because I would say embarrassing stories break your confidence.
I mean, I have a sleepwalking story. It's not like really embarrassing to me because I'm not like that embarrassed by it. But I think like other people, like my parents, they're like, "Oh, how embarrassing! You sleepwalk." So
It's not that embarrassing.
it's not that embarrassing. It's just weird.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it fits in your question, but should I just still tell it?
Go for it.
Okay, so I have like like two stories. So I'll start with the one. I was at my old house, right? The one I lived in before this one. It's
Okay,
just my old house.
you want to say your current address? Then you're
I don't want 54265 7. I don't think there's that many numbers.
good luck finding that. Alright.
Okay. So I'm at my old house. We have a downstairs actually. So before we have a basement in this house, it's a 3-story building. I mean, 3-story house. My room is on the second floor. The third story is in the basement, right? There's
Okay.
one floor where it goes up to the stairs. It goes up the stairs to the second floor, and then that's where my room is on the second floor, right? So one night, I'm sleeping, right? And then
Mhm.
I wake up basically, and then my parents tell me that I sleepwalked all the way down the stairs and into the basement, down 2 flights of stairs into their bed, and knocked on their bedroom door, and then asked for like yogurt.
so you barely missed just like taking a wrong step and tumbling down to
Yeah, and then
flights of-
cracking my head open.
Dude, I was at a it was years ago. I was at a friend's house, and
Okay.
it was a couple of us, and in the middle of the night, like this one guy the first guy to fall asleep, freaking nerd. But I mean, he goes to his room, and then I look over at his room because we're in the living room, like the doorway, and clothes are just being tossed from his room, just like so. He's taking off his clothes and he's tossing them out, and I go, what? And I look. And he's tripping down in he got up in his sleep and just started tripping down.
What?
Like, dog, wait. I didn't wake him up because, you're not supposed to, and then he laid back down, just completely naked, balls against the bed, just goes back to sleep.
What did all the other boys say?
They were they didn't know what was going on.
Were they laughing? Were they like, this is hilarious?
There was some slight sexual tension.
What? You're all guys.
And then one guy is just stripping down in front of us. I mean, it wasn't me, but it was the other guys.
Sexual tension. How do you know sexual tension's going on?
Because everybody's looking at each other and we were gripping our penises.
Whoa.
Well,
what?
Oh, not me. The other guys. It was a crazy situation.
You said our penises.
It was pretty dark out, so they got confused, so they started just grabbing whatever in front of them.
You're like, no, thank you. Not me, please.
Of course, I turned it down, yeah.
Okay. Okay, here's my other story.
All right.
So, back in 5th grade, I remember all the way back in 5th grade, in the summer of 5th grade, me, my brother, my dad, we took a trip to China to stay with my aunt and go stay at my grandma sometimes.
Okay.
So we stayed in my aunt's apartment building house. It's like the building with it's a room apartment with there's a kitchen in there, there's living room.
Oh yeah.
It's an apartment. So I been there for about a month, right? And one night, multiple nights in a row, I'm sleeping, right? And then my aunt tells me that I've been sitting up. We sleep all in the same room because there are not enough rooms to sleep in, basically. So we just all sleep in the same room. And we wake up. I wake up, right? I don't wake up. I get up. I sit up, and then I start mumbling words. And it sounds like a chant. That's what my aunt says.
Okay.
And then this just happened multiple nights in a row. So I wouldn't call it sleepwalking. I call it sleep talking.
So if I got this right, you got up in or you didn't get up.
I sat up.
You sat up in your sleep, and you started chanting ritual things. Or just random
I was
words,
mumbling
random things. That's got to be terrifying for whoever's in the room.
That was terrifying. I think my aunt and uncle were wakened by it. A few nights.
Dude, I would.
Yeah.
First night you do. So they haven't seen you in a while, and you come and visit them, and then first night they're with you. Their nephew, who they haven't seen in a while, just starts chanting in the middle of the night, sitting straight up. You'd be out the first night if that were me. That's the beginning of a horror movie right there.
But it wasn't the first night though. It was I've been there for a month.
Oh, okay.
Well, it hasn't happened for a month. It was just at this, and it was just during the month, I guess.
Oh, okay.
For a few nights, and then I stopped doing it. But maybe it's something weird about the beds in China though, because not in America. In America, you know how you have mattresses and they're soft because they're they have springs in them, made out of there's foam sometimes.
Yeah.
In China, they literally like cut a block of wood and then they put it there. That's where you sleep. No like comforters, nothing to cushion you. Basically, it's just like a block of wood, and then they like put like I don't know a sheet over it, and then you sleep there.
Sounds awful. No wonder you're possessed by Satan. No, man.
Well, it's not. It wasn't. It's not like that in the hotels.
Oh, okay.
It's more like that in the rural because I think they're poorer. I don't know. Well, they're not poor because my grandma, when she was living back in China, she lived in like a 7-story house. So I don't know why they're still sleeping on like a hard.
Yeah. Maybe that's how they slept when they were little and they just got used to it.
Yeah, it might be like tradition because that makes sense because when they're like little, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess back in China because there was like a lot of peasants during like the era of World War II. That's when my grandma grew up. So they're probably like poor and they can't afford like mattresses and they can't farm either, so they don't have like chicken feathers or anything.
Yeah, and even if it does feel better to sleep on a soft mattress, if you'd always slept on something
They're probably
hard
used to like sleeping on the floor or something.
Yeah, it would be hard to get into something like a mattress.
Yeah. Because now, she came to live with us, right? And I swear, whenever I go in her room, she has like literally like a flat plank of wood on her bed. I guess she never got used to it.
Yeah.
Like it's so painful when I like first went back. I'm like, what the heck? These are the beds? Like, I never remember them this hard. Like, what? It's like literally a block of wood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's cool too because my aunt's apartment, they have like these wardrobe things, right? On the walls.
Mm-hmm.
You open them, it's like you store clothes. There's one door at the end of the thing, and then you open it. It's a wardrobe door. I mean, it's like a row of them, and you think it's a normal wardrobe door, right? And then it takes you to a bathroom. Like it takes you into a bathroom, which is super cool. So it's like Narnia, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's all the stories I have about sleepwalking. Now we're gonna get into some philosophical kind of debating style questions. So first off, I have a question. Can you lie about your age? That's okay. What I mean by that is
what situation here? It's pretty vague.
so let's say you're like basically like you're signing up for something, right? Like Twitter, kids do it all the time, TikTok. You have to be at least 13 to sign up for like social media stuff. And kids always lie about it. I know I did just to sign up for stuff,
Yeah.
So do you think like they can do that or like is it a good thing to do?
I mean, it depends. Some situations are more consequential than others. I mean, like signing up for Instagram or TikTok.
Yeah.
I mean, what always confused me is like I know they set those guidelines for like legal reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Like for like TikTok, I know, or Instagram has like ages. It's just so if like something happens to like a little kid, they can say that, well, you weren't even supposed to be on the app, or say that to people. But like, and then they take someone who's below the age that they set and they promote their stuff, or they make them like, or they partner with them or advertise with them or make them like official whatever social media representative.
Too young, like if you look older than you look.
Yeah,
if you are older than you look.
Or no, or
if you look older than you are. There we go.
Yeah, but even if you do look your age and you're still younger than you're supposed to be, they don't. It's hypocritical,
What do you? Okay, so it's like legal issues, basically.
Yeah.
I actually lied about my age, like in a situation where I said I was like in my 20s, and I was in like a chat room, and I was talking to like girls, and then I just said I was 20.
Yo, I sometimes I'm talking to like a girl like online. If it's like within a 2, maybe 1 or 2, or maybe even 3 years older than me, then I'll round up. I mean, come on, come on,
dude. What the
I'm not rounding down, but I mean, I'll round up.
heck? Let me think. So, yeah, there was this like one time where I was like in a chat room, right? And then I wanted to be a moderator because I just wanted to like do stuff for the chat stuff.
On Discord?
And then and then I was talking to other moderators, right? And they're like, "Oh, by the way, how old are you?" And then I like panicked, right? I'm like, "How old are you?" Like this girl looks 20, so I might as well say 20, right? So I just said it, and they believe me because I guess my like grammar and stuff, it's believable. I don't have like crappy grammar.
You talk mature.
Yeah, I can spell all that, so I think I'm believable. Like I talk like a normal adult or teenager to adult.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you understand, right?
Of course.
So, do you have any more like? What do you think? Is it right to lie about your age or what?
Once again, depends on the situation. I mean, if you're lying about your age, saying you're 18 or saying you're below 18, I mean,
Yeah, of course. Like
that's not good.
You're saying like, okay. The thing is, with the social media stuff, is if you lie about your age and then you see stuff you're not supposed to see, right? At that age, that's like troubling. That shouldn't be happening. So I don't know how like.
I mean,
Usually,
I guess
these precautions to like find out you're the right age, right? Is like super low. You don't even have to like verify anything. You just have to say you were born here in this time, or just like type in, "Oh, I'm older than I am," basically, and then you get in. It's that easy, and then like you're using the stuff you're lying about your age about, right?
I mean, I don't want to come.
Like you can even do this with Tinder, right?
Yeah,
Kids do. They
I
like
don't think
sign up
you
for
have to
Tinder
show
with
an
the wrong
ID.
age. Yeah, it's like weird because they can be like these kids. They're probably like catfishing. They probably like set up like fake accounts, right?
Meeting up with girls, you know how it goes.
Well, they won't be meeting up with them because they're not old enough to drive. Mom, can you drop me off at this fancy restaurant?
Biking over to girls.
Mom, can I use my allowance to pay for dinner? I don't know. It's illegal anyways, so.
You know how it goes. Yeah.
To be 18, do you have to be 18 to use Tinder?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Legal age of adult.
I don't know, man. It's like
I know
it's
you're
pretty
just
difficult.
I know you're just waiting chumpy to get into that online dating game. Am I right?
I don't know, man.
It seems
okay. Anyways, how about those? Do you think it's right for kids to like give a fake ID and lie about their age? You know, to get alcohol.
I mean, legally, no, but I mean,
Yes,
if
I agree.
like,
I agree. You might as well do it if you have
no, I
a
mean,
ID.
if you're way younger than the age, then probably you shouldn't. I mean, but if you're just like a year or two younger, and it's not that big of a deal in my eyes.
Oh, okay. So you support underage drinking?
I don't support underage drinking. I'm just saying it's not the worst thing in the world. Not like what we just talked about, but
it's okay.
It's not okay. No, I'm just saying it's not. It's the consequences aren't as bad, you know.
Oh, so you shouldn't do it, but you might as well do it if you can.
You are misunderstanding me, my friend.
Okay. I think we might as well Do you want to do another question, or are we done? Do you think? I think
We just wrap it up
I
here.
think it's time. Yeah, let's just wrap it up here.
Okay. I mean, to be honest, I'm getting a little sick of your voice.
Oh yeah, touche. S2, 2S. I don't know. 2S. I don't know French. Okay.
Beauchesse.
What? Is that like bullshit? Bullshit?
No, I just made it up.
Oh, you're making up your own language?
It was supposed to be French, but I just
French? Bullshit? Is that French?
Beauchesse sounds like a.
Okay, well, thank you for listening to the My Friend Tim podcast. Of course. And I want to start plugging the socials, you know. I haven't been doing that in the past, I don't know, 7 episodes.
Ego's coming out. Gotta get.
No, it's not ego. I just want to promote the social media, you know, so people can actually start asking questions if they want to, you know. You can answer them.
Go for it.
So follow us on Instagram, My Friend Tim podcast, no spaces, right? IG,
Yep.
and whenever we post like, new episode out, you can in those comments, you can just comment questions, I guess. And on Twitter, it's My Friend Tim Pod. I wanted to make both of them My Friend Tim, right? Just My Friend Tim. But on the Twitter, My Friend Tim is already taken.
Oh, okay.
This weird guy. It's taken by a guy named Timmy.
Oh, that's actually me.
It's not you. The last time he tweeted was in 2018. So
yeah, that was when I took a break from that account.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, is that it?
It's okay. It's My Friend Tim Pod, POD. Okay. And I wanted to make it My Friend Tim podcast, but that's too long.
Mm-hmm.
So go follow those socials. And do you have anything to plug or no? I can hear birds in your background, by the way, Tim.
Yeah.
Outside?
Yeah, I might be outside.
Oh, yeah.
I thought the listeners might want the.
Oh, you gonna shit in his yard now?
I thought they might want the feeling of being outside while listening to our voices. Or
don't shit on those birds, Tim.
Dude, they're okay. I mean, I